These three Apple Valley Unified School District bus drivers are on the road to the Rodeo State Finals.
I am Teresa Ruiz, and I am a school bus driver here in Apple Valley.
Yes, my name's Angel Ruiz, and I'm involved with the bus rodeos here at Apple Valley.
My name is Kevin Thomas. I've been driving school bus for Apple Valley Unified School District for 4 years now.
And what's coming up? What is this rodeo?
It's a bus driving competition. The safety rodeo helps to build the skills and knowledge of the drivers.
The rodeo is 7 different skills events for the drivers to sharpen their skills, keep them safe on the road. It gives them more confidence in maneuvering a large vehicle. They have a right-hand turn, a left-hand turn, a backing event, actually 2 backing events, and parallel parking. Right, yeah. I can't hardly parallel park my car, but I can parallel park a bus.
There's an obstacle course with 8 obstacles and a written test, and the goal is to not hit anything. Get as close as you can without going over limit lines and stuff like that. Some of it's pretty difficult, but we usually practice quite a bit before we do the competitions. This year it was kind of like a last second thing that we all decided to compete this year because it's our boss's last year here. She's going to retire, so it was more just, let's go do it for her, and then amazingly we all placed. So
I've been driving the bus since 2012.
What part of the competition do you enjoy most?
What I enjoy most about the competition is anything that has to do with backing up the bus. As far as parallel parking, backup stall, back crossover. I just enjoy watching those back wheels just cross over those lines. I really enjoy that.
For a lot of drivers, is that one of the toughest things?
The parallel park is kind of difficult, but yes, yeah, it is something else.
The hardest part of the competition is some of the driving events. Like you have to parallel park a 40-foot bus in a 46-foot space and not hit a curb or anything. Kevin,
his dedication from the beginning. He's the one that was out there setting up our obstacle courses, measuring, getting everything painted, and he enjoyed. Both of them, I've noticed they enjoy doing this. You have to love doing this, or else, it wouldn't be no fun.
Kevin's Kevin. He is good at the tests, the written test. He's a good driver also. I think it's like you have to have a combination of all the aspects. You can't just win the competition being best at one particular thing. You have to pretty much nail all of them.
You know what? She's probably we've been doing this longer than her, and I would want to say that she's probably, between me and Kevin, I would say she was probably the best driver from all of us.
Teresa's strong point is driving. She's also very knowledgeable. She's better than she thinks she is.
She just has a knack for it. So I've seen her practice and her scores and stuff, and I would say she's a better driver than us.
Yeah. What are you best at?
It's all just technical stuff, and when you're out on the road driving every day, it's things that you teach yourself out there on the road. I test myself all the time out in regular traffic with kids on board, and I watch my mirrors to make sure I didn't cross any lines or do any of that stuff. So when we get on the course, it's a lot more tight than it is out on the road. But I think driving every day makes the technical stuff a little bit easier. Not the rodeo's easy, it's not. It's fun. But I wouldn't say I have any one strong point. It's fun. It's fun to compete.
It's very exciting, especially for the reasons that I found out as they were getting their awards why they did it. Being my last year, getting ready to retire, they did it for me because rodeo is so close to my heart. We've had a couple other drivers in previous years that have made it to state championships and competed throughout the whole season and then made it to state championship. And these ones here didn't do any local competitions, didn't do hardly any practicing. In fact, I wasn't even here the day they enrolled or registered for rodeo and found out after the fact and was just kind of shocked. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I was just excited to have Apple Valley represented at the Southern Sectional Rodeo. So,
What's your best? What are you best at?
Apparently parallel park. Yes. I enjoy the driving aspect of it.
What's the most challenging part of your job on a daily basis, aside from the competition?
Aside with the competition, just being on the road, just having to just the people, just the way they drive out there. You know, it's kind of difficult. People cutting you off, running your red lights, and then having to watch all the kids behind you at the same time. It could be kind of tasking, yeah.
Is it tougher being a bus driver today than in years past?
oh, absolutely. Back in the 80s when I started driving, there was still traffic to be concerned about and the 60, 70, 80 kids behind you. But now our traffic, we're a city now. We're not a small little town like we used to be. And there is a lot more traffic. So they have a lot more to worry about when they're out there driving. So this keeps their defensive driving skills sharpened, and their senses are more aware of what's going on.
What are some of the amusing situations that you encountered as a bus driver?
It's hard to pick just one. Most of them, I enjoy the middle school kids because they have more of a personality and you can joke with them and build more of a rapport. I talk to a lot of my middle school kids a lot, and my high school. High school is the easiest.
I would have to say the kids, the children. Just you could be having the worst day, and then them coming up to you and a big smile on their face, and they're just happy. They're genuine, right? They're just happy to see you. They'll give you a hug, and I think that's probably the best part of the job there.
The hardest part is when something happens at home, you don't get the rest you want, and the kids, they're loud and they rambunctious, and just having to maintain the bus and them, it gets a little challenging at times.
What are some of the most amusing things or enjoyable things that you have looking back?
The little kids, they're so cute and so loud. But they say some of the cutest things, and they do some of I had a kid bring on a box of ladybugs one day. But there had to have been 100 ladybugs in this little box, and I said, "What do you have in the box there?" And he opened it up, and I was like, "Oh, no. Those have to stay here. They were his friends." Just things like that. It's never a dull moment on a school bus,
You are to be congratulated for your regional performance. Good luck at state. Thank you for these comments.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bid fast and last, world-class auctioneers are sold on presenting achievements of Apple Valley Unified School District personnel and students, bidding a successful rodeo trip to these school bus drivers in State Rodeo Finals.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.